A few more, let's say maybe more personal or opinion questions for you, Christina. When it comes to style architects, what was, I guess, the idea or the thought process behind, I want to start my own company? Had you kind of always thought you were an entrepreneur, or is it just because you didn't see anything out there and you're like, okay, I'm going to do it then?
I've always had an entrepreneurial drive. Growing up watching my grandmother run her own store, and I've always loved to read books about being an entrepreneur. And I know when I was an editor, I was inundated with press releases every day. I mean, your inbox literally gets flooded with them, and you get tons of media kits. And I thought, you know, there's a way that you can do this and target just lifestyle companies, but do it in a way that will really grab the editor's attention and make their job easier by providing them the images and the copy to them in a way that fits completely custom for what they're working on.
Okay. With starting your own company, everybody knows who's done that there are highs and lows, struggles. What were some of the struggles that you faced in starting your own business, and how were you able to overcome them?
So yeah, so starting your own business is scary for any entrepreneur. There's so much in the front end that you have to get established in developing your own brand and figuring out what your identity is. And then I think the biggest challenge for me was just figuring out who can I add to make a really great cohesive team that's going to work well together. So I spent a significant amount of time selecting the women that we now have on our team to essentially run each division of style architects.
Okay, yeah, and that's a good way, because you don't want to just post out an ad and, you know, take the first person. You know, especially since this company represents who you are, you want all your employees to represent that quality and that style as well. So,
especially in the service industry, I mean, your people are what you're selling, so it was very important for us.
Another question about your company and how you help other businesses and people is about personal branding. Do you think over the past few years that's become more of a bigger component, because with social media you're seeing the person's image, you're connecting more with who they are? Is that kind of how you feel about that too?
Yeah, completely. And what we're seeing, I think everyone's seeing, is this macro trend that people are branding themselves just like companies are. So we have clients that want us to start by helping them define their wardrobe and what makes most sense for their job, their career, their business, whatever it may be. And then they want to also carry that brand through social media. So we will discuss messaging, you know, and the voice behind their brand. A lot of people see a brand just merely as aesthetics, but we like to think a little deeper about messaging, voice, and how you're going to communicate that, and that obviously translates into social media and all those areas.
Okay. Now, with all your style and etiquette assistants, what's a store or a business that someone that maybe you really like, that someone would be surprised that Christina likes shopping in?
Probably, I love Hunt and Gather.
Oh, okay.
And Xerxes and 50th in South Minneapolis. My husband and I go there at least once a month just to look for interesting little coffee tables or elements that we can add into our home. I love the fact that most of the pieces in there have a little story, someone else owned them, and they're not perfect. And the imperfections, I think, are what make them really interesting. So we've found some pieces there for our office as well.
Oh, nice. Okay. Would we ever find you at, say, a Home Depot or a Menards at all?
Oh, my husband drags me there every weekend. Much to my dismay, but I know way too much about the aisles of Home Depot and where to find home supplies.
Okay. Well, for the next part, Christina, let's ask you for a little tour of your new space, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, Christina, why don't you give us a tour of your brand new space?
So this is the outside entrance, right here. We're on the 4th floor of the 219 North 2nd Street building next door to Monte Carlo. And this is our, right when you come in, our conference room, where we host all of our client meetings and our team meetings. And our entire space has a really open layout, and we chose to do some little bubble lights overhead. We thought it kind of had a sweet European feel and much more relaxing than, say, fluorescent lighting.
Yes.
So, right here we have a waiting area off to our left where clients can wait prior to meetings. And we have our logo, of course, on the back wall, right when you walk in. Our Style Architects teal color. And then Renosha sits right over here, and Renosha Kaufeld is our PR account manager.
So how long have you been here?
Since almost the very beginning. I think we say just over a year and a half I've been working with Christina in Style Architects.
And was it different for you going from, say, working at home to an office space for a while?
Yes, it was. I definitely love coming and getting outside and collaborating, face to face with someone. I was getting a little too comfortable at home, but I mean, we have a flexible work schedule here too, so I definitely prefer coming to our lovely office more than staying home.
And you can't, but the only thing is, though, you can't wear, your robe and slippers and stuff at work. Well, maybe Christina lets you, I don't know.
I know, if we don't have any client meetings, sometimes we have gym clothes on, but that's about
We'll have yoga pants on. Yeah.
Great, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And then back here in this corner is where my office space is. We have some inspiration boards on the back wall that we've used for past projects. And then this wall off to our left here is a 4-month calendar. We have 4 months up at a time where we outline some of our big projects, deadlines, press campaigns, photo shoots, events. And it helps keep everyone on track. Being right-brain, visual people, this is a little more useful than our iPhone.
And then, how long have you guys been using Pinterest? I noticed you have a Pinterest account.
Oh, I would say we started the Style Architects Pinterest account about 6 months ago, and it tends to be the largest website traffic generator for us right now. So, and the Pinterest boards are great for us to use as inspiration boards with our clients on projects as well.
Great.
I know our weddings team loves them.
Oh, I can imagine. Thank you, Christina, for the tour. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Joel.